before you know it, you will be basking in the glow of your rockstar confidence. Have you ever felt self-conscious walking into a party or a networking event? Have you ever wondered how some people have this confidence to walk up to groups of people and just join the conversation? Have you ever wished you could have that confidence that important people seem to have when they're meeting new people, like they just belong there? Well, you're in luck today, because today I am sharing this little mindset shift that you can make that will give you this kind of confidence. It's going to be kind of fun because you're going to be playing a little game in your head. And I'm going to share with you the scenarios that you might find yourself in, and I'm going to give you some behaviors that will help you really reinforce this little mindset shift that you can make that will make all the difference in the world for you. I'm Annie Kipp. I am a coach, a strategist, and thought partner for high achievers and business leaders who want to position themselves with authority in their field and raise their visibility and build a business and a brand around themselves and the things that make them unique and special. My favorite place to work is right at this intersection of personal and professional development, because I have seen that is where the biggest shifts and transformations can happen. On this channel, we are deep diving into how to build a business and a brand around yourself. And also we tackle the mindset shifts that come up along the way when you're doing this work. The first thing you need to know is that this is literally one mindset shift, one simple thing that you can do to show up with rockstar confidence. Anybody can do it. That's the other thing. It doesn't matter how you feel about yourself. It doesn't matter how secure you are, whether you're accomplished or not accomplished. So stick with me. This is essentially a game you're going to be playing in your own head, and everything else that happens is going to flow from there. So let's get this locked down, get this really clear for you in your head. I want you to hold it with lightness. I want you to come into this as if it's a fun game you're playing so that you can do this with ease and with confidence instead of holding on to it too tightly. Trust me, this is a lot more fun than feeling socially anxious or doubting yourself or wondering what people think of you. Play along with me and see what a difference it can make and how you can show up with rockstar confidence with this one simple mindset shift. So if you're driving right now, just imagine this. Or if you're at home or in your office, take a second to close your eyes and be able to imagine this in the fullest way that you can, with your whole body, with your whole mind. Imagine with me for just a second that you have just received a really prestigious award. You've done something amazing and you've gotten recognition for it, and now there's a party where everyone who's coming to this party knows who you are. Everyone's there to celebrate you. People are so grateful for what you've done. People are so impressed that you're such a regular person, but you've done this amazing thing. You don't think of it as that big of a deal. You know, it's just what you do, and you love what you do. Everyone here is excited about what you've done and is very excited to be in the room with you today. Really let yourself feel how that would be for you. Imagine yourself in your head, what you would wear. Maybe it's a really sharp outfit that feels comfortable and you feel relaxed in it, but you look really good. All the people around you are smiling at you. Everyone's glad you're here. People maybe are a little shy around you. They're not quite sure what to say to you, but they know who you are and they're really excited to meet you. Everyone here wishes you well and is here to honor you. Have you got it? I just want you to hold on to that feeling of being an honored guest, so that next we're going to talk about some of the ways that you might act at a party if you were an honored guest to really reinforce that feeling for you. Several things might be true in this situation. The first of which is that you assume, because this is a party honoring you, that everyone knows who you are, even if you don't know everybody else. So when you walk in the room, you feel comfortable, you feel welcomed. You have your head high, you have your shoulders back, and you have sort of a benevolent smile on your face, just a pleasant look as you look around the room and see who's here. And you notice that people are really happy to be here. They may smile at you, they may be shy around you, and that might be why they're not smiling. They may not know what to say or do around you, but that's okay. You're the honored guest, and you can make them feel comfortable. When you meet someone, you're very humble about what you do, and you're more interested in them and really glad that they're there. You ask their name, you ask them about themselves, and you don't feel any need to explain much about who you are. Remember, they already know who you are. You're already impressive, so there's no need to feel anxious or like you have to tell people what you've done or what's so special about you. You can just make them feel comfortable. Usually alphas don't tell people that they're an alpha. You just know they're an alpha by the way they act. And alphas generally are there to serve and protect and take care of the people who are their responsibility. And that's sort of the role you're playing here as the honored guest at this party. When they do ask who you are, you can just sort of tilt your head and say your name because most people already know who you are. I would say, "Oh, hi, I'm Annie Kipp," as if everybody knows Annie Kipp, right? And you give a brief explanation of what you do, and then you turn the conversation back to them. Imagine Mark Zuckerberg at a party that's honoring him. He doesn't need to sit there and tell everybody how great Facebook is. He might say, "Oh, my name's Mark Zuckerberg. I run a company that's a social media company." He might say it in a very low-key way because everybody already knows what a big deal it is. Once you have this feeling of being the honored guest kind of locked down, you can deepen it by taking a little bit of ownership. You might casually refer to the host or the company that's sponsoring the party and say how nice it is that they put this party together for us. And that's the royal us, because you know it's a party for you. You would also assume that you belong there. You might walk up to groups of people and just say, "Hello, how's it going tonight? Are you having a nice time? How do you like the event so far?" You might feel very comfortable saying, "Oh yeah, go see John the bartender because he makes the best drinks." You would make other people feel like they are welcome here and like you belong there. Belonging in a social situation means that you feel comfortable helping people get what they need and directing them where they need to go. One tip for feeling like you belong places is getting there early and getting to know the host and knowing where the bathrooms are and getting to know the bartenders or whoever else is there helping out, so that then when other people want that information, you have it because you belong there. Belonging in a social situation is not the same as being arrogant. You can be so humble and so polite in a social situation and still have an air of belonging. For instance, if someone drops their napkin, you can be the one who stops the waiter and says, "I'm sorry, excuse me, sir, could you please bring my friend here a new napkin?" When you take charge and share information, it conveys that you belong there and you feel comfortable and confident. And even if you don't feel that way, it can help bolster that feeling inside of you until it does feel true. I have one more really great tip to share with you, but before I do, I want to ask you a question. Do you have a go-to question that you ask people at parties that gets them to open up and start chatting about themselves? I love the idea of this, and I would love to hear what you ask people at parties. Instead of the regular questions like, "What do you do?" or "Where are you from?" asking questions like, "What are you excited about right now?" or "What are you working on?" is a great way to get somebody talking about what they're excited about so that you can join them and be enthusiastic about their project too. We tend to like people who like us and are interested in us. So use that to your advantage and be interested in people. My last tip is going to be great for you if you're someone who gets bored with small talk or gets a little antsy at these social situations. I have personally used this a few times to get out of conversations that were going nowhere. And that tip is to be a scarce resource. Have some lines on the tip of your tongue like, oh gosh, I'm sorry I have to duck out of this conversation. I promised John I would socialize more tonight. Nobody needs to know who John is. It does give you a good excuse for leaving the conversation and finding another one. Or another thing you could say is, it's been so nice to meet you and talk with you. I'm sorry, but I have to go. There are a couple people I promised I would spend some time with tonight. Or you can say, it's been great to talk to you. I promised I would check in with Bob. I hope we run into each other again later. Another way you can be a scarce resource is to make sure you're not the last one to leave. The trick is to make people know that you really did enjoy talking with them and really were interested in getting to know them, and that you wouldn't leave if you didn't have to. This shows that you're somebody who keeps your commitments and also that you really do like the people that you're talking to. This is a bit of fun. This is a game you're playing with yourself, but it really does make a difference if you can get it in your head that you're an honored guest. It does give you an air of authority when you are thinking in your head about how happy people must be to see you and how they already know what's impressive about you and that you belong there and they know who you are and you don't have to be anxious about meeting new people. And before you know it, you will be basking in the glow of your rockstar confidence all the way home. All right, thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you want more tips on feeling confident, there is a free download in the description below that will tell you 3 things you can do to feel really confident in yourself. And I also have several other videos on trusting yourself. So go ahead and click on those and watch those to get some everyday tips on how you can start trusting yourself and feeling confident. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Annie Kipp, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.